Hi all, welcome to Snowflake Date Function Session Part 2. As part of this session, we will talk about different ways of extracting date and time parts from the date or timestamp in a Snowflake by using the extraction functions. We also learn how to set parameters at session level for date and timestamp formats. In addition to that, we will see how week and day of week functions works in Snowflake. Basically, these two functions works differently when we set the session parameters in a different way. So we'll talk about them as well. In the part one, we know uh, we went through how to construct a date when you have the date parts. Like suppose you have year, month, and day, and by using the construction functions, how we can construct the date we already observed as part of part one session. And in this session, if you have a date already available in Snowflake, and if you want to extract one of the date part from the date, for example, I need to extract month from the day, date or timestamp, how we can do that, we'll see in this practically. So let me open the Snowflake session for uh, uh, show you the select statement, how we can write by using these functions. Considering the time, I already created a select statement. I'll open it and then show you how each extraction date functions that are available in Snowflake works with the different variations. Um, Before that, what I'll do is I'll just set the current session query tag as date function queries. This query tag will help for me in order to filter the queries associated to this session from the history. I'll show you how it happens. For now, I'm just setting this query tag as date functions queries. Okay, now, so let me show you date part function, how it works, and what is each uh, iteration will help us to bring the date part. So here what I'm doing is, so I have a string with this format. I'm trying to convert that into timestamp by using 2_timestamp with the time zone as well. I'm using the time zone. So this is normal conversion function you might have observed in the legacy databases like Oracle. You have 2_date function and 2_timestamp. So similar like that, I'm just converting um, the string into the date, and I have given the alias name as timestamp1. And I'm using this alias name in the next part of the query. So this is one of the different way of writing in Snowflake, because in legacy Oracle systems, if you need to use the alias name into other columns in the query, virtual columns rather, so that is not possible. You might need to go for the subquery, but here that need not to that is not required. You can use the alias name in the other part of the select statement as well. So I'm using the constructed date or converted date from string to timestamp into other parts. I'm using the date function and trying to extract the year for here. So you can write the query and the date part that you need to extract and actual the date column. Okay, so this year you can give in the different ways I have mentioned here. Any one of them can be a string to extract the year. Um, Similar like that, if you need to extract the month, you can use any of these variations to extract the month from the date, and day, hour, minute, second, nanoseconds also you can bring. If you see the date format here, we have the nanosecond spot as well. So if you need to extract only that part, you can do that. And then you can extract the epoch second as well. So this epoch second is the seconds number of total number of seconds starting from um, 1st Jan 1970. Snowflake epoch year is 90s in 1970. So it will give the total number of seconds from this date. Okay, so and you can get the epoch milliseconds, epoch microseconds, epoch nanoseconds as well, and also you can get the time zone hours. So here, this date we are this date is also have the time zone part for it. By default, whatever the time zone this session is having, so it will use that time zone. So it will give the time zone hours as well. If you want to extract the time zone hours, you can extract either by passing time zone underscore out or TZH, and you can get the time zone minutes as well. So let me try to run this query and see how it behaves. Okay, so I'm querying this. Okay, so this is the date that I have, and I extracted the year, month, day, hour. You can see here. Um, Actually, if you see here, it's 8:15 p.m. So it converted into 2015 here. And you are getting hour, minute, and seconds, and nanoseconds, epoch seconds, epoch milliseconds, microseconds, nanoseconds, time zone hour. It's currently LA time zone that I'm using. So that's why it's showing -8 here, and then time zone minutes as well. So this is the way how you can extract the different date pods from the uh, date or timestamp that you have accordingly. Okay, so other than this date part, we also have other functions, extraction functions. For example, if I need to um, extract the year, this is the one way of extracting the year, and there is separate function directly you can extract by using the year function here. So let me show you that. So I again constructed the date, and I'm trying to extract the year, quarter, month, day, hour, minute, second. This way also you can extract the whatever the date part that you need to extract from the uh, date or timestamp that you have with you. Quarter, month, day, hours, minutes, seconds, you can see that. So these are the different functions. Either you can use the date part and pass the associate string in order to get the related value with the different variations like how I showed here, or you can use the direct year function or quarter function, month function to get the associate values from directly from that function. Okay, so this is the second way of extracting the date parts, and we also can use the another function called extract. Let me show you the query for that as well. So here, if you see extract, so this is the other way of extracting. This is same as date part only. Either you can pass year from this, or you can mention the string as an argument, two arguments. One argument is the date, another is string that you need to extract. Like this also you can get the year and month, day, hour, minutes, everything similar like that. But I just mentioned only a couple of things for showing you how it works. Either you can say year from this one, or pass as a argument and get the value as well, can be done here. So this is the other way of extracting the date parts. And also we have, suppose I need to know the um, day name, there is a function for that, and I want to know the month name as well. So then I have a function for month name as well. So suppose I need to know the day name of this 1st Jan 2021 and month as well. And also, if you need to print the month complete full name, there is a trick to do that. There is no function that can display complete month name. For that, you can use this one. Let me query this and show you how this functions works. So this is the timestamp that I have. So the day name, so 1st Jan 2021 is a Friday, and the month name is Jan. But if I need to print that completely with the full description, then I can use the to_char function. This is converting date into the string, and I'm only printing the month part for that. So I don't know how to print complete day. I didn't come across any function or any different way of writing to print complete name of a day, but the month can be done like this by using the to_char function. Okay, and so these are the day name. If you need to get the day name and month name, you can go for these things. And also, you have the last day or next day functions. So let me show you those also, how those works. For example, I need to know the last day of the month. Okay, so we can go for the last day function. Here in the last day, if we need to know the last day of the week, pass the week as a string, last day of the quarter, day of the year or month, you can do that. At the same time, you have the next day. Suppose I need to know the next Monday, what is the date for the next Monday from this date. This 1st Jan is a Friday. And if you need to know what is the coming Monday's date, then you can go for the next day. Here, either you can pass like complete day that you are looking for the date, or you can pass the iterations like this or the strings like this actually. And then similar like that, this is opposite to the next day. It's a previous day in the previous week. What is the Tuesday date? If you need to get that, you can go for the previous day. So let me query this and show you how this works as well. So this is the timestamp that I have. The last day of the week is 1/3. Okay, so 1/1 it started and 1/3 is the last day. This is a Friday and Saturday and Sunday is Sunday is the last day of that week. And then coming to the last quarter, the last day of the quarter also, you can see March 31st here. Okay, and so other than that, we have other functions like suppose I need to know the day of the week. So then we can do that by using the day of week function. Let me show you that function as well. Okay, so here I'm getting the day of the week. Okay, so within the week, I have given 3rd Jan here, so that's the next week that is starting. And then you can see here the week starting. It is showing like the 0 here. Okay, so this day of the week, either it starts with the 0 of the first day of the week and ends with the 6, or it starts with 1 and ends with 7 actually. So based on the parameter that it has set. So for example, if you see here, 3rd Jan, let me show you the calendar for January month 2021. So if you see here, okay, So this is a calendar for the 1st Jan 2021, and 3rd is Sunday. So the week started on Sunday and ends with the Saturday. So this will be the day of the week will be uh, for the Sunday it will be 0, Monday 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 0 to 6 it can be there. Or sometimes the the day of the week can start from 1 to 7 as well. So for that, basically we need to see what is the parameter set for the 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 day starting day of the week actually. So let me show you that parameter. To see the parameters, we will write query like this. Parameters like, I'm just querying the week related parameters at session level. What are those and what values it is having? Okay, so week start. So the default value is 0. And if you see that if it starts with a 0, ends with 6, and we can change this behavior by altering this parameter. So let me alter this parameter and see the same above query how it works now. So I'm altering this, alter session, and then give the parameter name, set parameter name. Okay, so I'm giving the 1 value here. When I set that parameter, the week start as a 1. So then let's see what it shows for the Sunday. So Sunday it is showing now as 7. So earlier it was 0. Now it is showing 7. So that what that means is um, week start 1 means the week will start with the Monday actually. Okay, so Monday from the first day of the week will be Monday, and then um, it ends with Sunday uh, with the 7. So this is, since it is Sunday, so it is showing 7. So like that we can set the parameter accordingly. It works similar like that, exactly in the similar way. Even for the week function, it behaves a little differently. Let me show you how the week works. Okay, so for this also we have a parameter at the session level. I'm just talking about the session level parameters. Similar parameters can available even at the account level or user level or warehouse level based on the parameters. Suppose if I mention here at the user level, you can see that these are the user level parameters, or this can be at the account level as well. Okay. So if you by default, if you won't give anything, it will it will show only the session level parameters. If you give account or user or warehouse, suppose if I give the warehouse, these parameters might not be there at warehouse level, but there could be another parameters at warehouse level, so it might show. So week related uh, parameters might not there at the warehouse level, so that's the reason it is working like this. If you see, you have the warehouse level parameters here. Okay, so let me go back to there, and then let me show you how the week also works here. Okay, so here what I'm trying to see is what is the week of this 1st Jan 2021. I'm querying it and seeing. Okay, so if you see here, it's a 1st Jan 2021, but the week it is showing as 53. So that also again about the setting for that one. So let me query the parameters again for related to the week settings. I'm not talking about the warehouse. I'm talking about the session level. So if you see here, week of the year policy. So by default, it is a 0. So what it says is, if you see the description of it, and the if we need to consider that as a week, then it should have at least 4 days, then only it will be considered as a week. So, but if you see the starting week of January, it has only uh, 3 days, not 4 days. Okay, even if you consider Sunday, we have only 3 days, right? So that's the reason, or you can consider only 2 days in this week. So because of that, it is not considered as a starting of the week in the year. We can also change that behavior by setting this value to 1. So let me take this one. I am altering this one again. So let me go back to the alter statement. I'll change this to 1 and then run this. Come back and query this query to see the week. You can see now the week as a 1. So this is the important things about the day of the week, and then the week function. So based on how the parameters are defined, based on that, the behavior of those will change accordingly. So you need to be very careful about the default parameters that has been defined for those kind of things. And also one more important thing I wanted to mention here is, for example, uh, so the above query, if you see, I am giving the any query. So I'm giving the string and format to convert that string into the date. So we can do that by using the cast as well. So I'll try to do that. I'll try to attempt to do that through the cast function. So this is nothing but a cast function in Snowflake, where this string I am converting into the timestamp. So I'll try to do this one and see what will happen. Okay, so when I do that, it will say that this format is not recognized. The reason behind of that is again the parameter, how it has been defined for the date format by default. So since we are not defining the format here for this string, like explicitly how we defined here, that was the reason why it is not able to convert it. This format is not similar like the default format actually. So let me see the format, default formats in the session level, how for the date and timestamp. Okay, so actually I need to see the timestamp because I have the timestamp here. So let me see what is the default format that is taking. Okay, timestamp input format is by default auto is there. Auto, it could be auto format like normal YYYMM, this format it could be. So let me alter that format. Okay, let me alter that format and then I'll try to attempt this one again. So for that, what I'm doing is I'm altering session. This is only I'm session level, I'm altering it and giving the format, input format as like this. Okay, now I'll try to use the cast function and convert this. Okay, now it successfully converted. So that's parameters are also very important, how those has been defined, at what level those has been defined. So ultimately, if you have the session level parameters, those will take the precedence compared to account level or the user level. So you need to be careful while dealing with this kind of parameter settings. Okay, now coming back to the first one that we did here. So I did the alter session and put the query tag as date function queries. So why I did this is, suppose if I need to refer all the queries that I have executed in the history. Okay, so what will happen is, in the history there is a query tag here, and whatever the name that we have given uh, will be labeled for all the queries that I have executed now in this session actually. So for me in the filter, so there are many queries will be there. I can define the query tag contains like this. Okay, sorry, it's coming. Okay, so let me see what is the query tag that I have given here, and take that one, and then go and filter here, right? So now you can see all the queries that I have executed now will come here. This will be easy for us to filter whatever the queries that we have executed, and easy to refer them and see, select the queries if you want to, you can see. Okay, so, and if you want to see the results also, you know that this is a different concept. If you want to see the result of the query or copy the query, you can do from the history. But only the point that I wanted to make here is that if you define the query tag, it might be easy for you to identify the queries or filter the queries that are related to your work on that particular mm, on particular work. Okay, so that's all.